Hi, this is Matt. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I've done any repair videos, but I was given this old Craftsman 5.5 horsepower chipper shredder, gas tank full of rust and junk. I've tried to sell it for like 40 bucks on Facebook Marketplace just to get rid of it. And this gas tank is discontinued. It's bolted to here. It's part of the carburetor essentially, and it's discontinued. So the used gas tank on eBay costs more than this thing's worth. In running conditions, this is probably $120 unit maybe. So I was hoping that somebody just wanted for parts, but apparently everybody wants a running, working wood chipper for 40 bucks. So I haven't been able to sell it. So I'm gonna try and take this thing apart and fix it myself. So I just took off this one bolt down bottom here that holds the bottom gas tank bracket on. It's also got the kill switch down there. And then I'll pull off these 3 screws on top of the, attach the carb to the tank here. Hopefully this tank will come off. I can then try and clean it, get rid of the rust in there. The filler neck, the part here that clamps in here or whatever, but threads to the gas cap is rusted off. I think I can fashion a temporary gas cap for this out of a plumbing plug or something like that with a vent. So we'll see what that. I just want to get this tank cleaned so we can get it running, and then I'll worry about, trying to fix this cap, and then maybe I'll sell it for 100 bucks. So that's my plan for this video. Okay, I removed these 3 screws up top. Hopefully this thing will just come out, separate itself from the carb without too much trouble. I have to pull the whole carb off the engine too, because we're kind of hitting down bottom there where this bracket is. And there's the gas suction tube that goes all the way down to the tank. I may have to pull off this bolt. How do you get that bolt though? Oh, this is why I just want to sell for 40 bucks. I have to mess with this stupid thing. Yeah, the bottom brackets hitting the metal down there. All right, I'll figure this out. All right, well, what I'm showing with right now is this bolt arm here for this carb. It's buried in there deep, and so working on that right now. So this one up top here is nice access. Down here, it's like quarter turn at a time. So I'm gonna pull the whole carb off. That's what I'm working on right now. It's not much fun to watch. Maybe I'll time lapse this, but regardless, I can't get to it with anything substantial. I have no idea how I'm gonna thing back together. It's not easy to take apart. This is assembled and everything. Wow. Try to get the governor spring off now. So this thing, sort of heat shield here, and then linkage for the governor. It's probably getting all bent up now, but I want to get that. Well, that wasn't fun, but there is gas tank. But they really made this integral, this whole gas tank, and no linkage down here for the governor. Can't get that off because this thing won't come out of this gas tank if I'm not. And here's what I want to sell for 40 bucks. I didn't feel like dealing with this junk, and now I'm in it deep. Well, I guess I'll take this little nut off up here. Okay, well, the carb separated, pull off another linkage. Wow. So here's the tank in all its rusty glory. This piece back on so I don't forget where it goes. Back down to the same height it was before. Okay, there we go. So there's the tank finally. This is the discontinued part. This bracket welded on down here. It's got some gunk in here. I'll show you real quick if I can pull some gunk out of here and get my screwdriver off. Oh, it's hard. So it smells bad. Old funky gas. You know what that smells like. And there's the end that was in the gas tank. Pickup tube is probably jammed up like crazy, so pretty new carb cleaning, rebuilding that. Oh, what a waste of time. This is not worth my time. But I entered this deep. I guess I gotta continue on. So probably put some stones in here, some gravel, shake up a bunch, get some, I don't know what kind of cleaner down there, but this thing is gunked up bad. So see how I can get that going. I'll show you this cargo system. So this right here is some junk that was in there. So that was in the gas tank. Oh, it smells good. Awful. I mean, so the gasket here is gone, so I'll just put some RTV along here to seal it up. I'm not gonna buy a gasket kit for this old dog, but it's like a copper or brass pickup tube here. Maybe it's plastic. I don't know. My dad's picking up any gasoline right now, or hasn't for years. So we'll take a look at this too. Yeah, that was a pain, but I guess it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But this car feels gunked up. If you try and throw this choke lever, it's pretty stiff. So I don't know what's going to go on with this thing. We'll see. That moves freely. Oh, why'd I do this? All right, so I just put some rocks in there, tossed it around a little bit. I'm going to try some engine degreaser, see if that'll do anything inside here. I'm not sure what's going to work and not work in this thing. So spray it all over, let it soak in for a little while. See what happens. It's just caked up. It's like a clump. It's not just like a dry rust. It's like water mixed with old gas. I don't know what the deal is with this tank, but we're in this deep now. See how it works. All right, so here's what was in this tank. It's like, I don't know, is it dried oil, or did somebody try and seal this tank before? Because it doesn't leak. It holds fuel, holds water, but it's like this gummy, rusty grease. So I don't know if that's really dried out gas. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm trying to clean up now. All right, that tank mostly cleaned out, but this is what came out of there. Like this stuff right here. No idea. It's clumpy, it's lumpy, it's like tar. So that was coating a lot of the gas tank. So hopefully it's old gas just solidified and not some sort of tank sealant, because the tank wasn't leaking before, but I'm getting there now. So currently, I can be able to see anything, but nope, another lighting. But it's looking a lot better in there. Big chunks of grease are out. I just degreased it again. It's soaking in the degreaser right now, and then I'll wash it out. Essentially my tools of the trade are a long flathead. Do see a little more of that grease right down this bottom edge. Now that I get some better light here. Just don't want to poke a hole in the metal. But let's see. A little more just came out. All right, that's probably a third of the junk that's in that tank. So there it is. See if we can get the baby running today. All right, gas tank's looking pretty good. Let's see if we can clean this off. It's a carb cleaner. Because the pickup tube is pretty gross. The carb looking a little better. So we're at the pickup tube. I did pull, this is like the, it's like that, you know, fuel pump, vacuum driven fuel pump right here. I don't have a parts kit, so the cap came off. It was clean inside, so I just left it alone. But I haven't been able to get carb cleaner down this tube, so I don't know what's if this is pretty clear going up here or not. That's kind of my big question with this carb. All right, so off camera, I did pull this fuel pump diaphragm cover off again, and I did find that this port goes into here, so I was able to clear this out. This jet up here is jammed, so it wouldn't have run, so I'm glad I pulled that off. That diaphragm, I don't know if it's gonna work or not, especially if you're getting carb cleaner on it. That stuff kind of eats apart the rubber or expands the rubber. So otherwise, we're pretty good. I don't have the gasket for it, so I'm gonna put a little black RTV tracer on the outside. I don't wanna cover this slot right there. That's got a port that goes over to the fuel pump, and then this hole right here, I'm not sure what that's for, but I don't want to cover that up either. So I'm going to just run a little bead around here. Hopefully when I smush it down, it does not cover that or that. And we'll attach this to the gas tank first. And then we'll work on getting this back on and getting all the linkages together on the machine, see if this thing fires up. I'd say about a 30% chance of success with this one. I don't know what you guys do with RTV, but just closing the lid never seems to keep it from curing over. So it's still good down here. I'm gonna just poke a hole in here, then squeeze some RTV out of the back here and smear it around. So I don't know what you guys do to keep your RTV from going bad, but it's kind of frustrating. You buy one, you think it lasts a while, but it's about good for 6 months, and then it locks up and you have to poke holes. And once you poke a hole there, then it'll cure there and it'll be good, no good back there. Maybe one more hole over here. So it's kind of annoying. Tell me your tricks, leave your tricks in the comment as far as how to keep this stuff fresh. All right, so there's my RTV job. I'm not sure what the lighting's like in here, but there it is. So I'll see if I leave it like that, see if it works. Not sure this will show up on camera, but we're gonna try. Turn down to that hole in there, and then lining up these screws, screw holes at least. All right, so carb's on there again. I just finger tightened the carb on there, and then we'll let it sit for a little bit, and then I'll tighten up a little more once the RTV cures a little bit. And then we'll see if we can remember how to put this linkage back on. Get this thing back on this baby today. Okay, got the carb mounted again, the gas tank mounted. I think everything's kind of working out okay. We'll see if it starts or not yet, but one more. I got to put the throttle control on, the bottom bracket bolt for this. Should be ready to go. So making progress. Not videotaping everything because that'll be boring, but we're getting at it. All right, on my best workbench here, but one parts I have left here are the air filter. That's better. So looking inside there, let me see if I can get focused. A whole lot better than it was. Not perfect, but not pull that gunk anymore. I'll still have to make a top for it if I get this thing running. I'm not sure the choke lever, it's still kind of stiff here. So I'm trying to go to choke up here. This thing kind of gets jammed a little bit. So this shaft right here is, I tried to put some silicone in there. I'm not sure I can pull this shaft out and lubricate it, but it's kind of not going back and forth very easily. So we'll mess around with that a little bit later. But for now, because that spring should spring right back right there. It should be very, very loose. But you can tell how much force I have to use to get it. The little spring there is not going to do anything to try and pull everything back. So, all right, I'll set you up on a tripod. We'll put some gas in it, put up some starter fluid in top there, and see if we can get this baby to fire over and suck some fuel up. Okay, put a little fuel in the tank, a little starter fluid here. I'm not sure the stop is actually working, so I'll try first is see if it won't fire up when it's turned to stop. Make sure that circuit works. Oh yeah, gotta put my foot on there, I think. Okay, well it didn't start there. I'll put this thing to run now. Okay, that did it before, so see if we can get to pull the gas up. I forgot to do is tighten up the screws in the carburetor after I let it RTV dry for a little bit. See a little gas thing at the top here. Hope I didn't mess that up. So I don't want to pull this thing apart again to put that RTV on there, or to buy a gasket. I was supposed to wait 24 hours before you let the RTV touch gas, which I just did not do. Huh. Hope I didn't mess it up. There's a little fuel is running off the top of the gas tank here around that RTV section. That's better than I thought it was going to, honestly.